Hello, beautiful people. Dawn, your tarot teacher here. Join me now as we continue our tarot learning journey and step into the card of the Emperor, the sacred archetype of structure, sovereignty, and divine masculine power. The Emperor is numbered 4 in the Major Arcana. The number 4 is the number of stability, foundation, and structure. Think of the 4 elements, the 4 directions, and the 4 seasons. It is the foundation upon which all things are built. Where the Empress is the fertile womb of creation, the Emperor is the architect who builds the world around her. He is the father archetype, the one who defines, protects, and leads. He brings form to the formless, order to chaos, and vision into structure. Now let's take a closer look at the imagery in this card. The stone throne upon which the Emperor sits is grey, a colour that symbolises wisdom, neutrality, and balance. Grey is the meeting point between black and white, the extremes of polarity. It reflects the Emperor's ability to make decisions not from emotion or impulse, but from reasoned judgment. He is not swayed by chaos or sentiment. He sits firmly in the centre, grounded in clarity and discernment. This throne is not just a seat of power, it is a seat of responsibility, built upon the wisdom of experience and the strength of structure. The throne is carved with ram's heads, which are symbols of Aries, the god of war, and the zodiac's first sign. The armour beneath the Emperor's robes is more than protection, it's a symbol of his experience. He has faced battles, endured trials, and emerged wiser. This armour tells us he doesn't lead from theory, he leads from lived truth. It's a reminder that true authority is earned through challenge, and that wisdom is often forged in fire. His crown and red robes reflect his power, passion, and authority. The energy of Mars, the planet of action, drive, and divine masculine force. In his right hand he holds a sceptre, shaped like the Ankh, the Egyptian symbol of eternal life. And if you look closely, the sceptre is shaped like the symbol of Venus, a subtle but powerful nod to the Empress. This reminds us that even in his strength and structure, the Emperor is guided by love, beauty, and harmony. True power, after all, is not separate from love, it is in service to it. In his left hand he holds an orb, representing dominion and rulership over the material world. Together they symbolise power with purpose, leadership that is both grounded and visionary. The Ankh-shaped sceptre he holds is a direct nod to Egyptian symbolism, representing eternal life and the sacred responsibility of leadership. Like the pharaohs of old, the Emperor governs not only with power, but with a sense of divine duty, a bridge between heaven and earth, law and life. His white beard speaks of age, wisdom, and experience. He is the Ancient of Days, the wise ruler who has seen much and learned from it all. Behind him the mountains rise, solid, unmoving, eternal. The red-orange sky reflects the fire of Aries, while his blue inner robe hints at the subconscious roots of his power. The stream of consciousness flows quietly in the background. His eyes look to the side. They are turned towards the Empress. He loves her. She is the grace in his life, the pulse of possibility. Together they co-create. She nurtures the vision. He gives it form. She imagines, he initiates. She is the heart, the intuitive flow. He is the hands, the structured force. Both manifest, she through dreaming and feeling, he through building and leading. In union, they embody the dance of creation. Together, they represent the divine masculine and divine feminine. His esoteric titles are Chief Among the Mighty and Son of the Morning. Both names speak to his divine authority. Chief Among the Mighty reflects his alignment with Hokmah, the raw masculine force of creation. Son of the Morning is a poetic reference to Venus, the morning star, linking him subtly to the Empress and reminding us that his power is not isolated. It is in sacred relationship with love, beauty, and the divine feminine. Now let's look at the astrological, elemental, and planetary correspondences of this card. The Emperor's elemental correspondence is fire, representing action, transformation, and the driving force of will. Fire fuels his passion, courage, and ability to initiate and lead with clarity and strength. The Emperor is linked to the zodiac sign Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, ruled by Mars, the planet of action, drive, and assertiveness. Aries energy is bold, pioneering, and fiercely independent, perfectly reflecting the Emperor's leadership and proactive nature. Astrologically, Aries rules the first house, the house of self-identity and personal power. This connection emphasizes the Emperor's role as a sovereign being, one who defines his own path and leads with confidence and clarity. He is the embodiment of self-mastery and the will to shape reality. As spiritual beings having a human experience, we too are sovereign creator beings. We hold the innate power to define our identity, direct our lives, and manifest our reality through conscious intention and aligned action. The Emperor reminds us that our authority begins within, and that we are each the architects of our own experience. In Kabbalah, the Emperor is associated with the Hebrew letter He, the fifth letter of the Hebrew alphabet. He represents breath, revelation, and the divine spark that animates form. It is also the second He in the sacred name of God, the tetragrammaton Yahweh, symbolizing the manifestation of spirit into the physical world. On the Tree of Life, the Emperor walks the 15th path, connecting Chokhmah to Tifereth. This path channels divine wisdom and the heart of creation, just as the Emperor channels higher vision into structure, order, and form. The Emperor is the divine masculine in its highest form, not domination, but direction, not control, but clarity, not force, but focused will. The Emperor teaches us to face life head-on, to analyse, problem solve, and lead with clarity and courage. He reminds us that order is sacred and that discipline is a form of devotion. He is the protector, the planner, the pioneer. He builds what is lasting. He creates form from chaos. He holds the vision and brings it into being, not through emotion, but through reason, structure, and will. He is the part of us that says, I will build this, I will protect this, I will lead this. Take a moment now to reflect and think on, where in your life are you being called to lead? What structures do you need to build or reinforce? Are you honouring your inner authority? Where do you need to take accountability? How do you define power, and are you using it wisely? Be sure to journal any insights as they come. The shadow aspects of this card are when we become overbearing, controlling, autocratic, ego-driven, when we misuse or abuse power, dismissive of emotion, and resistant to change. The Emperor may appear as the tyrant, the rigid father, or the unbending authority. These shadow aspects teach us to reclaim and wield our power with integrity. The core meanings of this card are leadership, structure, discipline, accountability, strategic thinking, protection, and manifestation through order. He is the architect of reality, the pillar of strength, and the guardian of the realm. The Emperor reminds us that power without purpose is tyranny, but power aligned with love is divine. He builds not just for himself, but for the good of all. And so, the Fool has learned to lead, to build, to protect, to take responsibility for the world they are shaping. But after structure comes spirit. After the laws of man come the laws of the sacred. The next figure the Fool will meet is the Hierophant, the spiritual teacher, the keeper of tradition, the bridge between the divine and the human. Where the Emperor rules the outer world, the Hierophant guides the inner one. He offers the Fool sacred teachings, ancestral wisdom, and the keys to initiation. Join me next as we step into the temple of the Hierophant and explore what it means to walk the path of spiritual truth.